All right, guys, it is time. You've been waiting a long time to see these guitars. We're going to do them one by one, and I figured why not start with the crown jewel. This is your friend Keith. We are live in the control room at Essex Recording Studios just outside London in England, and I am about to show you the Dave Mustaine Megadeth personally owned, personally toured guitar collection that we famously, for some infamously, purchased back in November last year. This story was huge. It was featured in Rolling Stone magazine, Metal Talks, Metal Injection, Reddit. It broke the damn internet. So crazy. And in the Rolling Stone interview, Dave actually said, you know what? I'd love to meet the guy. I'd sign all these guitars he got in person myself, and I took him up on the offer. I got in touch with his management. They were playing a gig at Wembley Arena in London, and I said, you know what, we're going to bring this entire collection to Wembley Arena. And we hung out backstage with the crew, with the whole Megadeth family. Dave Ellefson brought us two basses, his personal coffee as well. It was amazing. And Dave Mustaine came in and we chatted, hung out for about 40 minutes. We got some great footage of that. Talked about a lot of things. Talked about his Jackson era days, his ESP era days, and talked about these Deans. Absolutely amazing. A lot of special history with this guitar. And we've got it all on film, but right now we're just going to show you up close what, a Megadeth Dave Mustaine owned double-neck looks like, what their tour case is like. We've got the signed certificate of authenticity. So you've got Dave's signature there. It's stamped and sealed by Reverb. This was huge. I mean, this sale was huge before it ended the way it did, which just made it even more notorious. I mean, there are videos with over 100,000 views just talking about me buying these guitars. There's one in Russia. It's got about 50,000 views. Trogley's Guitar Show. It's one of the biggest videos on his entire channel. It's got over 100,000 views. My video got 50-something thousand views. And what a just cool life experience. And now with COVID-19 and everything that's going on, we just took over this massive radio station, guys. I'll give you a little peek over here. I'll show you another one of the guitars we're going to film next. But we just took over this massive radio station. For 40 years, it's been big radio stations for all over the UK and regionally here in Essex. We've got this USA Dean coming up next. This thing's incredible. All these guitars. So we have a crazy collection for everybody to use. I'm going to go back and show you more of this double neck in a second. But we've got, loads and loads and loads of guitars. Tons of Dave's personal guitars are here. There's one acoustic hiding right there with the blue tape on it. But, we took over this massive facility. My office is up there. There's another floor above this. And then the coronavirus hit. So we've kind of had to make some tough decisions here. And we've had these guitars. Ooh, check out I can't even cut my hair. I'm looking like a hippie. We've had these guitars for some time now. We've loved them. It's been a tremendous experience having them. We've used some to record. We did a Bootyard Bandits. Have two songs that were tracked with some Dave Mustaine instruments. Liv Lawrence, a young country singer out here, she's got a song tracked, I think, with his banjo and his acoustic. So we've got some great memories we've made with these already. But it's going to be time to pass the torch soon to a new fan. And we're going to put these up for sale, and we were real clear about that early on when we first got these, that we would eventually make them available. And in the meantime, hey, guys, once this lockdown's lifted, come on in and record on these amazing amps. You got to see the cab room back there on the other side of that glass. We've got just the best gear on the planet from some of the best people on the planet. Dave is awesome. And that's the special thing we're trying to do here. We're trying to grow this. We're trying to allow regular people, unsigned artists, to come in and use the best gear on the planet without having a record label behind them. You know, it's impossible. There's nowhere else on the planet where you can go and record on a SSL Duality desk, get mixed on barefoot micro main monitors. I mean, the Shadow Hills compressor is 10 grand. So we do a lot of subsidized work for upcoming artists to help them get their name out there and get their start in their musical career. And it's sales like these that really help, guys. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much just for even checking this out and looking at it. Now, going to the double neck here, something really cool that Dave said about this guitar is that this is actually the guitar that made him leave ESP. I saw a comment on our YouTube channel today or yesterday where someone was like, oh, I thought he left ESP because they were with Metallica. And it's not the case. It had nothing to do with Metallica. There's no bitterness, none of that stuff. Dave's wildly successful, you know, and I have no sense of any bad blood whatsoever. It's totally bogus. Unfortunately, what it is about is something that I experienced myself with ESP, and I've had other artists reach out to me and say the same thing, and other dealers come and contact me and tell me the same thing, and a distributor even did. And that is that ESP isn't exactly the brand you think it is. It's what most people think is ESP is actually the American distributor that has now also started making ESP USA guitars. But they're not ESP. ESP is a Japanese company. It's based in Japan. The owner is Japanese. But the executives at the American distribution company kind of call the shots for the brand outside of Japan. The Japanese, the company's really kind of only concerned with the Japanese market. And so these executives at ESP USA kind of have a bad reputation for some of their practices. And, you know, I love Metallica. I love a lot of the artists that have guitars with them. That's nice. But the guys that are running the company, I don't have much good things to say about them. You know, I'm going to do a video dedicated to that, but separately. But yeah, you know, I brought it up with Dave. I said, you know, you were with them real brief. I've had issues with them. What about you? And he's like, well, you know, this design was something that they tried to make without his permission and tried to pass as a signature model for him without cutting him in on the deal, apparently. And that's when he jumped ship and left to Dean. He said, you know, you guys aren't doing the right thing here. It's not what we talked about. So he jumped ship, went to Dean, and obviously it's been true love ever since because they've been making these guitars for a long time, and they're awesome, and the quality's awesome. You've got the signature live wire pickups here on this. Incredible. This is the signature Dave did right in front of me at Wembley Arena. We got video of that. I can't wait to show it to you. And let me just show you the back. This thing is a beast. And for something that's been toured, we've got stickers on the flight case. This is a fitted flight case. Fits this thing like a glove. For something that's been toured, it's in amazing condition. I mean, you still got the stickers, the plastic on the back here. You can tell it's been toured because they've got the gaffer tape taping down the battery cover. We were just talking about this on the Jackson Custom Shop we had the other day, where the string ferrules were popping out, you know. Look at this. On this, all the back plates, everything is flush with the body. The string ferrules are all below the surface there. So nothing catches. Extremely pro instrument. Well thought out. The tuners, again, the tuners are all recessed in, so nothing catches. It's great. Absolutely beautiful guitar. You got Dave's silhouette on the back there. And I mean, there's tons of photos and video of him playing this exact guitar online. You can just go on YouTube. But we've got stickers all over this flight case. We've got custom stuff from Brazil. We've got another one from Mexico. I think there's one from France on here. There's one from LAX, Los Angeles. Got a lot of really cool markings and all the stuff you'd expect to find on a genuine tour-used, personally owned guitar from rock and roll heavy metal royalty, guys. So cool. All right, I'm going to get going because I've got a lot of guitars to share with you. We got a lot of stories to tell. Look out on the channel for the Dave Mustaine footage. That's coming real soon. Follow us on our socials. It's at Essex Recording Studios for Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And if you want to buy this bad boy, it's on Reverb.com. Go check it out, guys.